Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the regular council meeting for March 25th, 2025. We'd like to remind the members of the public in the gallery during a council meeting to adhere to the conduct set forth in the council procedural bylaw and displayed near the entrance of council chambers. I'll call the regular meeting to order at 7 o'clock. Starting with land acknowledgement. Blackfalds Town Council acknowledges that we are on Treaty 6 territory, a traditional meeting ground, gathering place, and traveling route to the Cree, Saulteaux, Blackfoot, Métis, Dene, and Nakota Sioux. We acknowledge all the many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit whose footsteps have marked these lands for centuries. Starting with the adoption of the agenda. Has council had a chance to review the agenda for tonight? Any additions or deletions? We have one from administration.
Yes, so we'll be removing item 6.4, request for a decision, Community Foundation of Central Alberta Community Tour Grant.
Thank you, council. Any member of council wish to exempt any item from proposed consent agenda before adopting the regular agenda? Councillor Dennis.
I would like to exempt the Standing Committee of Council meeting minutes.
Thank you. So we'll insert them into 6.4.
Thank you.
Okay, with that, any other exemptions? Seeing none, can I get a motion to adopt the regular council agenda as amended? Councillor Svalk.
I'll move to adopt the regular agenda as amended.
Thank you. All in favor? Thank you. And just a note that Councillor Sands is joining us virtually this evening. And CAO Isaac is absent this evening. Thank you. Can I get a motion to adopt the consent agenda as amended? Deputy Mayor Coulter.
I move to accept the consent agenda as amended.
Thank you. All in favor? And that is unanimous. Thank you. All right, we do have two public hearings this evening. Starting with public hearing for bylaw 132. The following public hearing is held pursuant to the Municipal Government Act. The following rules of conduct will be forwarded during the public hearing. Presentation should be brief and to the point. The order of presentation shall be the entry of the written submission, comments from the Planning and Development Department, those supporting the bylaw, those opposing the bylaw, and any other person deemed to be affected by the bylaw. The public hearing purpose is to receive comments from any interested parties on the proposed land use bylaw amendment to redistrict McKay Ranch Phase 4. I hereby declare the public hearing related to bylaw 1320.25 open.
The purpose of bylaw 1320.25 is to amend the land use bylaw to redistrict a portion of Lot 1, Block 2, Plan 1124253 from Urban Reserve District UR to Residential Single Dwelling Medium Lot District R1M, Residential Multi-Dwelling District R2, Parks and Recreation District PR, and Public Facility District PF, and to redistrict a portion of Lot 2, Block 1, Plan 1022396 from Urban Reserve District UR to Residential Single Dwelling Medium Lot District R1M, Residential Multi-Dwelling District R2, and to Parks and Recreation District PR. First reading was given to bylaw 1320.25 on February 25th, 2025. Notice of this public hearing was advertised in accordance with Section 606 of the Municipal Government Act and the Town of Blackfalds Public Notification Bylaw and Public Participation Policy. A complete advertising listed is included in the public hearing report before you. The written submissions and comments received to date are also included in the public report before you.
Thank you. Are there any late written submissions relating to the bylaw?
There are not.
Thank you. Comments from the Planning and Development Department?
Thank you, Mayor Hoover. There are none from Planning and Development.
Thank you. Is there anyone who supports the bylaw and wishes to speak? Is there anyone who opposes the bylaw and wishes to speak? Is there anyone deemed to be affected by the bylaw and wishes to speak? Are there any further comments from planning and development?
No, thank you, Mayor Hoover.
Councilors have any questions? Seeing nothing further, I declare this public hearing relating to bylaw 1320.25 to be closed at 7:05. Moving on, bylaw 1325.25, 4409 South Street redistricting. The following public hearing is held pursuant to the Municipal Government Act. The following rules of conduct will be followed during the public hearing. Presentation should be short and brief, or should be brief and to the point. The order of presentation shall be the entry of the written submission, comments from the Planning and Development Department, those supporting the bylaw, those opposing the bylaw, any other person deemed to be affected by the bylaw. The public hearing purpose is to receive comments from any interested parties on the proposed land use bylaw amendment to redistrict 4409 South Street. I hereby declare the public hearing relating to bylaw 1325.25 open.
The purpose of bylaw 1325.25 is to bring a new direct control district number 5, District DC 5, into the land use bylaw and redistrict 4409 South Street, Lot 3, Block 1, Plan 102223 from Commercial Highway District C2 to Direct Control District number 5. First reading was given to bylaw 1325.25 on February 25th, 2025. Notice of this public hearing was advertised in accordance with Section 606 of the Municipal Government Act in the Town of Blackfalds Public Notification Bylaw and Public Participation Policy. A complete advertising listing is included in the public hearing report before you. The written submissions and comments received to date are also included in the public hearing report before you.
Thank you. Are there any late written submissions relating to the bylaw?
There are not.
Any comments from the Planning and Development Department?
There are none.
Is there anyone who supports the bylaw and wishes to speak? Is there anyone who opposes the bylaw and wishes to speak? Is there anyone deemed to be affected by the bylaw and wishes to speak? Any further comments from the Planning and Development Department?
No, thank you, Mayor Hoover.
Thank you. Councilors have any questions? Seeing none, I hereby declare this public hearing relating to bylaw 1325.25 to be closed at 7:08. We have no delegation. Moving into business items, item 6.1, request for decision, bylaw 1320.25 being McKay Ranch Phase 4 redistricting, second and third reading.
Good evening, Mayor Hoover, member of council. The bylaw before council proposes to amend the land use bylaw to redistrict Phase 4 of the McKay Ranch community from urban reserve to residential single dwelling medium lot district, residential multi-dwelling district, parks and recreation district, and public facility district. The proposed redistricting of Phase 4 is generally consistent with the recent approved amendments to the McKay Ranch Area Structure Plan. Council did give first reading to this bylaw at their February 25th meeting, and the public hearing was this evening and has since been closed. The only portion of the redistricting application that is not consistent with the McKay Ranch Area Structure Plan are the parcels on the south side of East Point Drive that are proposed to be residential single dwelling medium lot district. The concept plan and the area structure plan identifies these lands to be residential single dwelling small lot district. This inconsistency in administration's opinion is very minor in nature, the only difference being proposed lots are slightly larger. All of the permitted uses in the districts are the same. As such, administration is supportive of the redistricting application. The remainder of the redistricting application is consistent with the McKay Ranch ASP. The proposed PR districts or Parks and Rec districts are to accommodate lands that trails will be built on. And the proposed PF district is the location of the future lift station. A subdivision application for Phase 4 was submitted in conjunction with this redistricting application and will be presented to the subdivision authority for consideration after third reading has been granted to this amending bylaw. When we took this application forward for first reading, there was a question about when South Street would be paved. And just to let council know that South Street pavement is planned for 2026 in the 5-year budget. Thank you. Oh, I guess I need to read the administration recommendation. The recommendation before you is a two-piece recommendation. The first being that council gives second reading to bylaw 13-2025, McKay Ranch Phase 4 redistricting as presented. And second motion is that council give third reading to bylaw 13-2025, McKay Ranch Phase 4 redistricting as presented. Thank you.
Thank you. Does council have any questions or comments? Thank you. This is about the third or fourth time I think we've looked at McKay Ranch, so I think we've answered most of the major questions here. Seeing no questions, we do have the administrative recommendation to move into a second reading, the bylaw. Councillor Schwab.
I'll move that council give second reading to bylaw 1320.25, McKay Ranch Phase 4 redistricting as presented.
Thank you. Debate or discussion? Seeing none, I call in question. All in favor? And that is unanimous. Thank you. Deputy Mayor Coulter.
I move that council give third reading to bylaw 1320.25 McKay Ranch Phase 4 sorry about that, as presented.
Thank you. Debate or discussion? Seeing none, I call the question. All in favor? And that is unanimous. Thank you. Moving into 6.2, request for decision on bylaw 1325.25 being 4409 South Street redistricting, second reading only.
Thank you, Mayor Hoover. The bylaw before council proposes to bring in a new DC5 district into the land use bylaw and rezone 4409 South Street to the DC5 district from the current highway commercial zoning. The DC5 district has been crafted specifically for the anticipated development on the property. Several apartment-style buildings, row housing along South Street, an amenity building to be used as a rental office and potential fitness center for tenants, and associated parking that differs from the current requirements of the land use bylaw. Administration is generally supportive of the new DC5 district and the redistricting of 4409 South Street to DC5 because the application meets various town policies and focus areas related to providing a diverse range of housing options to residents. The only policy this application does not completely satisfy relates to environmental suitability. It's a component of MDP policy 3.12. There are still some environmental reports that are required to confirm suitability of the parcel for the intended residential use before administration can fully support this application. The potential land purchaser is fully aware of the need for this further study and that third reading of the amending bylaw will not be brought forward until those studies are complete and it is confirmed that the site is suitable for residential use. A copy of the DC5 district is provided as a schedule in the bylaw as attachment 1 in your report. And a draft site plan showing the anticipated full build out of the site is provided in attachment number 2. The DC5 district lists apartment, row housing, accessory use, and home-based business 1 as permitted uses and signs as discretionary use. The primary impetus for a DC district is to accommodate different parking standards than what the land use bylaw currently requires. The developer has built similar developments in other municipalities and is comfortable moving forward with the reduced parking requirements as proposed. Just of note as well, the development officer is proposed to be the development authority for all uses, and any variance requests will need to get council approval. So the administrative recommendation before council is that council give second reading to bylaw 132525 to redistrict 4409 South Street to direct control district number 5 as presented.
Thank you. Does council have any questions or comments? Do we have a timeline on those environmental reports?
I will point that to Director Ware and
Yeah, I can speak on that for sure. So yeah, they're wrapping up the removal of the material. It's actually been completed and we're just awaiting the final study. So we're guessing it's going to be coming around in the next 3 to 4 weeks. But that's going to depend on when the consultant can get that to us. So we're anticipating maybe in about 6 weeks, we'll bring this back to council.
Thank you. And then subsequent, I know we've had these questions with other developments where it's intended to be rental units. Is that the case here? We're anticipating that these townhouses or row houses are intended to be rentals as opposed to for sale?
that is correct, Mayor Hoover. All of the row houses and apartments are intended to be rentals. That's that accessory building that they're proposing in the middle of the site is a rental office, and that fitness center would be open to tenants only.
Yeah, thank you. And I ask that because I know that parking is a concern more so when they're private ownership with rental units. They have a little bit more control over the number of vehicles that are permitted there, which in my opinion satisfies most of our concerns when it comes to the changes to the parking standards. Okay, I give Councillor Sands if he has any questions. I see none. And from all our councillors, so we do have the recommendation to go into second reading. Councillor Dennis.
I move that council give second reading to bylaw 1325.25 to redistrict 4409 South Street to direct control district number 5 as presented.
Thank you. Debate or discussion on that motion? And as is noted, we're not anticipating third reading for a few weeks now. Okay, seeing none, I call the question. All in favor? And that is unanimous. Thank you. Moving into 6.3, request for decision on subdivision file number S-06-24, McKay Ranch Phase 4.
Thank you. The subdivision application before council, being the town subdivision authority, proposes to subdivide out Phase 4 of the McKay Ranch community, which will include extending East Point Drive east to the quarter section line. The proposed subdivision application also includes one municipal reserve parcel to accommodate a large neighborhood park around the storm pond, 5 public utility lots, 3 of which will accommodate infrastructure needed to service the development and function as pedestrian links. 1 will accommodate the future lift station, and the remaining PUL will subdivide out the storm pond to the high water mark. There's also 22 residential single dwelling medium lot district lots to accommodate detached dwellings, and 25 residential multi-dwelling district lots, R2 lots, to accommodate duplexes and row housing developments. All of the subject lands have recently been redistricted to facilitate the subdivision application before the authority. Section 6541 of the MGA, Section 9 of the Matters Related to Subdivision Development Regulation, and Policy 3.12 of the town's municipal development plan all contains considerations the subdivision authority must take into consideration when making a decision on a subdivision application. Administration is satisfied that the application meets the required criteria. An analysis of each of these considerations is provided in the report before you. Notification of this subdivision was sent to adjacent landowners and all local authorities and agencies required by provincial legislation. The responses we received were Alberta Transportation and Economic Corridors grants approval to the subdivision authority to vary requirements of Section 18 of the Matters Related to Subdivision and Development Regulations. ATCO Transmission, Lacombe County, and Rogers stated they have no comments or objections to the proposed application, and Fortis advised that they do not require an easement for this next phase. Alberta Health Services advised that they are satisfied the proposed subdivision poses minimum risk to public health. ATCO Gas advised they require a suitable alignment for the ATCO Gas feeder mains, and TELUS does require a right-of-way. As for town department comments, community services stated they have no objections, and the municipal engineer noted that the temporary turnaround should not be located on the subdivision plan. There's a condition of subdivision approval that has been placed to have that removed from the plan. So the administrative is that council consider the following motion: that council, being the designated subdivision authority for the town of Blackfalds, is satisfied that the proposed subdivision meets the relevant consideration and moves to approve the subdivision to create 1 municipal reserve lot, 5 public utility lots, and 47 residential lots on Lot 2, Block 1, Plan 1022397, and a portion of Lot 1, Block 2, Plan 1124253, subject to the following conditions that I'll just paraphrase. The first is that the plan of subdivision is to be updated to remove that temporary turnaround that is shown on the eastern limits of East Point Drive. Number 2, that the subdivision plan as amended pursuant to condition 1 is registered as plan of survey at land titles. Condition number 3 is that all property taxes must be paid before endorsement is provided. Condition number 4 is that the developer enters into a development agreement with the town to deal with servicing of the lots and payment of offsite levies. And the 5th pertains to the requirement of the utility easements and right-of-ways that the referral agencies came back with. Thank you.
Does council have any questions, comments on this matter? Deputy Mayor Coulter?
Just have a clarification, because when you were reading, you said Block 2, or Lot 2, Block 1, Plan 1022397. Is it 97 or 96?
My apologies, it's 9-6.
Thank you.
Thank you. So when we had the developer in here some time ago, there was an indication that they would be undertaking some reclamation of some of the wetlands in there where they're grading, it impacted the trees. Do we have, does planning and development feel that there's any need to have that as a condition of this development, or is that just something that we'll agree in principle with this developer?
I can appreciate your comments, Mayor Hoover. In the development agreement, that is a requirement under condition number 4 that we're suggesting. The grading and that sort of stuff will be dealt with under that. And the development agreement allows us to take securities for such work to make sure that it's completed. Is there anything that you'd like to add to that?
Sure, yeah. So the drawings that we've seen already for this do show a storm pond in there. So that will be part of this drawing package and will be included in the development agreement. So yeah, everything will meet the East Area Stormwater Master Plan moving forward.
Thank you. And then subsequent to that, now I don't know if it's necessary, it's in the report, but you break down those 47 lots into the 2 different lot types. Is it necessary? I mean, it's not in your recommendation, but I ask now, is it maybe prudent to have that in the motion? Or is the land use bylaw will reflect those lot styles, I guess? But
Sure.
I'm just wondering about the inconsistency between the motion and the report.
No, I can appreciate that. The subdivision plan that is part of your report is what is ultimately being approved and will be stamped as approved, and that will be required to be reflected in the updated plan. So all of those, we've confirmed that, yes, there's 2 different types of residential zoning. We know which lots are which, and they all meet, and in most cases exceed, the land use bylaw minimum parcel sizes for those districts.
Right, thank you. Just want to make sure that
Yeah.
that we've considered
I appreciate
that discrepancy. Any other comments or questions? It feels ambitious to read the, Councillor Schwab tends to be the
She's
one
up
for
for
that.
it.
I like doing
Councillor Schwab.
this. I'll move that council, being the designated subdivision authority for the town of Blackfalds, is satisfied that the proposed subdivision meets the relevant considerations and moves to approve the subdivision to create 1 municipal reserve lot and 5 public utility lots and 47 residential lots on a portion of Lot 2, Block 1, Plan 1022396, and a portion of Lot 1, Block 2, Plan 1124253, subject to the following conditions. Number 1, that the plan of subdivision shall be updated to remove the temporary turnaround RW at the eastern portion of East Point Drive. Number 2, that pursuant to Section 84 of the Land Titles Act, the subdivision as amended pursuant to condition of subdivision approval 1 is registered by plan of survey. Number 3, that pursuant to Section 6541D of the Municipal Government Act, all outstanding property taxes are to be paid, or some other arrangement satisfactory to the town of Blackfalds for payment thereof be made. Number 4, that pursuant to Section 6551D of the Municipal Government Act, the developer enters into a developmental agreement with the town of Blackfalds concerning the servicing and development of the subdivision and the payment of off-site levies. Number 5, that pursuant to Section 6551 of the Municipal Government Act, that the owner developer register a utility easement right-of-way as per the requirements of the town of Blackfalds and our utility companies concurrent with or prior to registering the subdivision's plan of survey.
Thank you. Any debate or discussion on that motion? Seeing none, I call the question. All in favor? That is unanimous.
Thank you.
And then moving on to 6.4, the standing committee meeting minutes. One moment. For March 17th. Councillor Dennis.
Yeah, I'd like to make an amendment on that. Regrets saying Kim Isaac, CAO. Should have been, she was virtual. Not regrets. Yeah, as amended with Kim. Yes,
To include CEO as attending virtually.
yes.
Debate or
Thank you.
discussion? All in favor? And that is unanimous. Thank you. We have no notice motion. We do have confidential items, so this ends our public portion of the meeting. I'll move us into a 5-minute recess at 7:27. Thank you.